My name is Henrik Wickström and I work at Mälarenergi. I've been head of business intelligence on Mälarenergi for the last 2 years. Before I was working with business intelligence, I was a controller. I was working on 2 departments, one called Energitjänster and one called support. Mälarenergi is a wholly owned company by BeslutsstödsDagen. They were founded in 1861. The main areas of focus for Mälarenergi is distance heat, electricity, water, internet and energitjänster. Well, I'm in charge of business intelligence at Mälarenergi, aside from being controller. I started business intelligence on Mälarenergi for about 2 years ago. At that time we didn't have business intelligence and I knew we needed something more than what we had. We had a lot of systems that didn't speak to each other. In one system it told one story, but in another it told another story. So we needed to consolidate that in some way. So I started to think about how do you do it, and that's when I found business intelligence. So I started making a case of it. I wrote a strategy and I talked to a lot of people on how do you do this. I was totally new in this. So I got a strategy done and I presented it for the management of Mälarenergi, and they thought it was a good idea, so they gave me the chance of creating business intelligence. So on BeslutsstödsDagen I will talk about what I needed to hear when I was trying to start the business intelligence on Mälarenergi. I didn't know anything. I only knew that we needed something. So I will talk of the key factors on how to start business intelligence. I will focus on 3 areas. The first one is of course the tool or the system. There are so many systems out there in business intelligence, and how do you know which one to use? For every tool there is also a salesperson that is very skilled at telling you this is the best tool for you, and it's so easy to implement. That's obviously not the case in everywhere. I mean, you can't just implement something by pushing a button. You have to do a lot of work before in order to get it started. And that's what I'm going to focus on the presentation. I will also talk about how to handle the change. When you implement something, it's a new system. There are people that they will be afraid of something new. They will be afraid of change. How do you handle that? How will you do it? It's a lot of communication. And the third one, it's the most important thing I think. It's the competence. How do you find the right competence? Well, the biggest challenge I would say is consolidating systems. How do you put everything down into one singular language in all the systems that you have? I come from an organization that have a lot of systems, and not every system talk to each other. So how do you consolidate that? I also think that the greatest challenge is the competence. How do you find the competence? It's not only the competence within your company, but also the competence externally. Competence is key in business intelligence. The most important thing to find in a person in business intelligence, the person has to know the business first and foremost. It has to be able to be the bridge between the systems and the business from every area inside of your company. So from sales, from purchase and marketing. That's the most important competence.